Well, good morning, stream watch. Well, now I know why people have those starting soon screens when they stream through a PC. Is it just barely turned on this controller and it turned right back off again. Good to get the glitches out early, isn't it? All right. Well, I'm still getting things started up. We're going to jump on my Irish map. We'll get that loaded up. I know, not terribly official or immersive if the file isn't already open like this when I started, but, well, it's what it is, and I'm a little bit early for the day as we're getting a bright and early start. We got doctor's appointment in a little while, so I won't be on for very long early this morning. I may also go silent for a bit as I'm going to be eating my breakfast, and I'll be blunt and obvious about that too. It's about 6:30 my time. Hope everybody's having a good morning. This will be the part where I say the fun-loving words of like and subscribe on YouTube, and share it and comments. And I need to figure out how to check the comments on my own videos a little more often, maybe on something portable so I can do so while I'm waiting for her to get out of the appointment. A couple weeks ago, my wife had some trouble, ended up in the emergency room. This will be the follow-up visit. Oh shoot, I messed up. Hold on. So I gotta fix that and put it in multiplayer. So there's been a development on this map and a reason why it's gone to multiplayer. There we are. So in case there's anyone out there watching this and it's their first time on my channel, welcome in. I'll say that ahead of time. I am on an Xbox, so everything here is raw. I'm not pre-recording any of it. This is straight stream, straight off of Twitch. Oh, speaking of Twitch, they somewhat monetized me, which is great. So if you feel the need to support the channel and you happen to have the Twitch Turbo, I believe it is, that's one way of getting a subscription to the channel if you like. I don't stream on a regular basis enough to really make it worth it to so many people. But make sure to follow and subscribe over there as well on Twitch here. And we're going to get started. So in case I do have anybody, then this is their first time watching. This is my Lady Hill farm, what I'm calling Lucky Farms. No, it's not meant to be a play on words. Although, I suppose if we make up some oats, it would be. But I'm just running grass right now. As you can see by the bank account up there, 58,000. We're not doing too bad, but not good enough to, get a harvester or anything fancy. So, tools that we've got the John Deere Gator and a little trailer that goes with it. I've got a little bit bigger farm tech there. Brant trailer that I'm using for just about everything. From equipment moving to, well, bales, as you can see. Apparently the game thought this looked better crashed. That's creative game. Yeah. I didn't park it like that at the end of my last stream. I have to work on fixing this. We do have that forklift. That is a thing. Let's see if we can get this trailer out of here. Wow. I don't know what happened there. This garage came with the map, just so you're aware. This is not really a Mod Hub item, in case anyone's wondering. So we got the old pickup truck. We're going to warm that up for a minute. I do need to deliver this to a production location that I set up the other day when I was last on here. Oop. Let's see if we can get some... Yeah, there we are. Alright. Now we're going to get creative. You'd be surprised what you can pick up with a forklift. Be a little bit official about it. Let's see if the modder for this trailer got it right. If they did, this is the balance point for it. Although I had longer forks when I worked at Tractor Supply, and I would raise something like this up with a forklift. So that might make a difference on that. But it looks like with longer forks they did get their balance point right, which is good. So we're going to get that put back on the trailer here in a minute. Do have that nice little utility trailer. That thing has been instrumental on this farm already. It's what got most of this equipment up here. So we're going to take a park this just outside the door, because that's going elsewhere. It's not staying here at the farm. But that gets that back in place, and that gets that where we can use it. We did pick up the John Deere. What the heck is this thing? A 6300 power chip. So it's got some juice. It's got some power to it. Alright. Well, I did have a meeting with a neighbor that I need to go to. Let's go and do that real quick here. Because he needs some help. He's got a yard that needs to be worked on. Looks like I missed a bale out in my field. That's interesting. I do have... Ooh, I have that neighbor too that I need to take care of. Their front yard needs cut. Same with this one down the lane. Alright. Well, we'll have to get them soon. Maybe this episode will be their turn. I haven't talked to this property owner here yet, but that's a different subject. They own their property, whereas the other two I own, and I'm renting out to someone. Well, a couple of someones. And then this house on the corner is part of my real estate industry. Market, whatever you want to call it. Over here on Rough Lane, for one is my dairy. It's down here on the end on the left. I'm going to take a look and see if I need to mow the grass in there. This edge work along the lane is mine to worry about. I might take my mower to it, make it look real nice. That dairy farm in here, I'm not doing anything with. That is what you would start with in new farmer mode. How about that one? So, just to give everybody the heads up, if I disappear quick, it's because my wife is coming out of what she needs to do upstairs, and we'll be setting up to get her some breakfast and getting ready to go out the door. Or I might just pause for a little bit and then come back at it. So this is another property that I own. I just got to mow the yard. Probably bring my little mower down here. Oh, that's the other one I've got is a little ride-on mower back at the house. I didn't see that in the garage, though. And then this is the new neighbor. He just moved to town. Matter of fact, I need to get my Brant trailer and tow some things down here for him. But this is going to be part of his yard anyway. This is kind of his personal space, and then we need to trim the grass in here and bring his equipment down. Like I said, he's got bits and bobs that I don't have. And sneak back out of that yard piece. That's his kind of his business yard back there. His wife said he had to have it separate, so this is what he bought as the yard goes. And then the only time she has to really listen to his industrial machines is coming in and out, not all the time. Well, that's her thing. She wants a quiet life because they're somewhat retired. Unlikely to buy more ground, but have help putting it, to use. And then he bought some ground back this way. I think I called him Bill when I set up the file. Yeah. Bill bought some ground down this lane in here. But not the big farm, which I thought was interesting. So I gotta figure out how to get in here. And this may simply be a setup video for another time. Maybe later today, maybe, I don't know. Okay, you see that spot on the right on the map? Gotta figure out how to get in there. Nice big gate here. Reasonably big gate here. How do I get... Oh, where's this it? Let's get some trees. Not too bad. Looks like an edge here. See, he bought some soybeans. Hey, Bill. Alright, we're gonna do some contract work for him. I gotta work out my price for him. But that's how to get in there, is apparently just follow along this fence line here. Maybe I'll come up with a way to pick this ground up and pick the grass up off of it. But this gives us a chance to scout it with the big equipment. Make sure we can get in here. Okay. One of my first times back this way. There's a big farmyard over on the other side of the road there. We're just going to close the main gate. I will borrow their driveway. Turn around. I thought he picked up one other piece of property. Let me just pull up my GPS real quick. That way people could see me. See, he bought that farmyard there. Yeah, oh, further back. Oops. We'll borrow their driveway again. So, he bought that soybean there. And then back here's another big farmyard. Because that one back there on the left was a littler farmyard. Still expensive, but yeah. This one, we're going to take and make the turn off here. It's kind of the equipment road. Comes past the house either way. Although you can't get much through that gate. And how do we get out there? Oh, how I would love to have something big like this. But that'll be down the road. Well, that's not it. A route out here through the trees. No, that's got a fence. Come back around the back side of the barn. Oh, fence. And none of these fences are removable, just to clarify things. In case anybody was guessing. Oh, hey, just take out a fence. It would be nice if we could, but I don't see access from the yard. That's different. Well, there's also a back exit out of this farm. This dairy farm. You saw the milking stations in there. Let's see if there's an opening up this way. Because I actually don't know. Ooh. Yep, there it is. Okay, so there's a nice wide open space here. Well, kind of wide for this map anyway. And you can get in through there. And then there's another gateway on the other side. What has he got in here? He's got canola that's ready to go. So, what are we going to do with canola and soy? Well, you'll notice my bank account's a bit lighter than it was the other day. I'll give you a bird's eye view on this. I have my production there to go into this. That's our pellet pelletizer. The other new business in the neighborhood is over there. Diesel production. And that's going to take a little bit of time, and I hope I don't run out before then. Because that could get a little embarrassing not to have fuel. But we'll figure it out. I'm sure there's something in the store here to acquire some more fuel. So that's what we're doing with the canola. Is it's an ingredient in the diesel. And to show you that, you can have canola, soy, or sunflower. I'll be back in just a moment. I'll be back in a little while. All right. Maybe. Yeah. There. Okay. I'm back. At least for the time being. As I said, it will be a shorter stream, and you may hear my wife in the background at this point because she's done what she needed to do upstairs.
I got a doctor's appointment today.
I've already told them.
Yeah, well, it's annoying. I gotta tell everybody. What was I gonna do? Oh.
All right. So that scouts out his place. We do need to get that canola out of the ground. So there's one other piece of the puzzle that we need to check up on. And that's going to be down this way. Which way are we going? This one?
Excuse me.
There we are. A little bit confusing yard, but still solid. Just go for a nice leisure drive down this lane. Alright, and I want to check up on my dairy. Don't ground on either side of it. That's gonna open area. So that's not mine. And these trailers are all decoration in here. But I do have space. I could put equipment out here if I need to. And there's nothing that's been produced. I don't have anything to bring over either. Because I don't have dairy cows on this one. And, well, other than saving it, it's empty. And everything is inactive. Good. Alright, the other really nice dairy farm up here is up that hill. And we don't have money for that either. But maybe one day we'll move into a nicer house, a nicer farmyard. You never know. But Bill did say something about having some equipment over here at the store. I don't know if the pickup truck's going to be able to pull it. That'd be interesting to find out. Let's see what he's got though first, before we know what to bring as the trailer goes, or if we need to get one. I see red. I see bright red. It's a smaller combine, but powerful enough. And in case anybody's wondering, it's the TARDIS, based on the Massey Ferguson, but no longer a Massey. It's been upgraded, shall we say. Alright, so there's that. Let's get our forklift delivered. We'll bring the Brant over here and see if it'll fit on there. If it will, great, we'll tow it with this. If not, well, we'll get creative. Perhaps there's something we can lease or rent. But he's got combine and no tippers. I've got little tippers and no combine. Makes for an interesting combination, doesn't it? Of course, the destination is quite a bit of distance. Well, Bill's already said that he can run the combine. He just needs somebody to help him. You know what else we're gonna need down in that mine area? And that's gonna end up being a warehouse. Or a warehouse somewhere in this town. Alright. Well, let's see something. I think we just pull forward a little bit. Let that ducktail down and see if we can throw a forklift on here. Rather than bringing the little trailer along and then this. Because this is going in the same direction. Give or take. So, the pellet production that you saw down there will not take grass. It will take straw and hay. Well, Bill's not producing straw. He doesn't have any of the oats or wheat or anything like that. He's got canola. Canola is going to be good for the diesel industry. So that's what we're going to use for that. Strap that down. A couple lines on this. I don't know why there's not one in between there, but there isn't. I think it's whatever setup there was on the trailer. Close that up and away we go. Wait a minute. Where's that little ride-on mower? I know I'll put it in here. Oh, she's hiding behind the big tractor. I don't remember parking the tractor sideways like that either. Very interesting. Alright. Well, at least it's still there. And we're still working on trying to figure out things for the mower and whatnot. Gotta come up with a way to get it up high enough to load it a little bigger trailers than what we had going. Or we end up just dumping it on the ground and using the bucket. Or we bale it. That works too. Just not when we're out and abouting. So nobody's yard is really big enough to take out the big mower. Except the ground that I've got. So we're gonna leave it home with the tractor. We'll just take the little ride-on mower, fill it up, bring it back, empty it, fill it up, bring it back, empty it. Oh, come on. I hit the brakes a little too hard to suit it.
Are you serious? Sam is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I'm sorry, you're not finding yourself.
My cat has misplaced the other cat. There's 3 of them.
Talk about me.
But this is where this forklift is going to be for the most part. It's down here in this building. It's the one with the dock plate, so that works. I don't know, we might not use the dock plate much on this run around. And diesel production is going to be good to have in the neighborhood, especially with the diesel-powered forklift in here. So those doors have to stay open for ventilation purposes. Okay, that gets that parked in its spot. Preps this building for that. Oh, I'm not messing with loose material, so we're going to change this over quick to bale. There we are. So this is where the controls are for the crane. It goes up and down and left and right and back and forth. Alright. I'm going to close up this office here. Now the idea behind this, oops, got a little crazy there. The idea behind this plate here, the dock, is that if I'm unloading bales, I could bring a bale trailer to here, and the branch is just about the right height to do it. Ooh, maybe we'll just do this. I wasn't expecting it to be the right height. Let me take a look at that. Well, what do you know? Now if I've got a bale, if I got a trailer full of bales, there we go. I could pick up 2 bales at a time with a forklift. Back them down, bring them in, and process them. If I bring them in that way, I need that bale shredder and the expensive machine and a big fancy tractor to run it. Because there's no generators out there, at least on Xbox. But I'm sure those will be coming soon. On previous farm sim games, there was a generator that ran the PTO. Like a tractor, it was powerful enough that it could do it. And then just to give you a quick overview on this piece down here. Whoop, apparently my truck doesn't like this area. I'll just smooth that out. Oof. This is kind of the front of the building, my other office now. Don't have to worry about much of anything back up front here. But we'll come around the back side of the building, the trailer, You pick up gas there, or diesel rather, and you drop off materials here. Simple, elegant. It may make us some money, or at least keep our tractors and trucks running. Alright, let's head back up to the store and see if we can get that combine on this thing. I don't know, the pickup may be a little too light to do it. There's another property that I have to take care of and get some of those trees out of the way. Put in something they can see around. Oh, come on. Truck, what are you doing? And then if nothing else, we could throw the header on this trailer and just drive the combine. If nothing else happens, it works. Alright. Experiment attempt number 1. Always tuck that in. Ooh, I might be too close to the upright there. Nope. It's barely on the passenger side and not on at all on the driver's. Okay, so I think we're just gonna get a header trailer and we'll tow it behind with the combine. Or if I want to go crazy, put it on there. I think a header trailer is going to be the answer. Time to shop. Nothing in our discount market. We'll use the 8570. It's a good color. Red like the others. I'm just going to take the trailer back to the house. And we'll have to see about a tipper. See who's going to buy the tipper, us or Bill. That's really not working too well right there. Interesting. See something. Maybe a little further back. Ooh. stayed. Assume it locked in place. Yep, that worked out a little better. Okay, so we're gonna have to take this over to Bill's yard, or not yard, but his fields that he bought from the other farmer. I don't know. A lot of people that have moved in and out of this town. Alright, I think we'll leave the truck at the store here for the minute. I'm gonna have to pick up a tipper. I think that was the deal, is that he has the combine and I have the transport. Which is fine by me. I just have to come up with something. And Bill just met us on the road. He's gonna take the combine. Up to in here.
I didn't tell you to play. I can't believe I'm actually here. I will let you know when I'm
No,
actually
it doesn't want to
here.
go that far.
I'm actually here.
Well, Bill's got somebody that's gonna drive this thing. At least I think they are. Turned on the flashy lights. While they're headed that way, we'll head back to the farmyard. To our yard, anyway. They're just sitting there. So, Giants, this was a great feature you put in when it works. There's nothing in their way, and yet they're sitting there. Blocked by an object. What object? Do you see an object other than me? There's no object in the way. Oh, come on. Oh, how annoying can you get? You're not blocked by an object, you're blocked by stupidity. Maybe some bad programming. Some people. Well, I'll deal with that when I deal with that. So that didn't work. If we're gonna throw that harvester on a trailer, it's gonna be something else. Great job. Go to Just gonna have him park at the end of the driveway. Alright. I got my helper helping me out there. He's gonna take the truck back to the house. Or at least back to our driveway. I will be official about this drive. What the... Ah! Well, that's annoying. Decided to get really creative in here because there's no space to turn. No, not run it over. Push it around. Game. Aw, come on. Road sign out of the way. It's caught on something, and I don't even know what. Well, let's see if we can get down the street enough that we can turn into the dairy or somewhere and fix this. No, not drop the header, pick up the trailer. Really, game? Okay, here we got some space to work with. Not the nicest way to do things for whoever's yard this is. Oh, it's probably my grass. There, now it's on there a little straighter too. So it looks like we're gonna get this stuff where it needs to go, make sure our truck gets put back in the yard, and pretty much call it a day for now. Because, don't have much time left. But we'll have to get his yard mowed up a bit, and we gotta get this harvested. And I gotta acquire a tipper to put it in. Turn down this lane. Don't need those on this private lane. Nobody else here. But between my farm and Bill, this opens up some things, and I'll buy the crop from Bill at the going rate. I think that's going to be the thing. Since I'm doing some of the work, maybe at discount slightly. Alright, we don't have to pull into that first field. We'll just go straight up the road to that yard. And actually, almost out the other side. Pretty simple little piece here. And we've managed to lose the header again. How? How in the world am I going to fix that? Maybe we should have thrown it on the Brandt trailer. This thing is impossible. Giants, your trailer sucks. This is a base game trailer. Oop, nope, it picked up the... I don't know. But I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. You got hooked on it somehow. So it looks like we are going to end up pulling into this first field just to try and fix this mess again. Oh my goodness. Why? And I can't even make the turn. Oh, there we go. Maybe it can. Tight turn, big machine. Well, good thing crop destruction's turned off. I don't remember zooming out that far either. Although that's how I figured out that the header was gone. So I guess I did. Allegedly that locked in place. No, it didn't. 5 miles off. Okay, well that's been an adventure in towing. Well, this was designed for a little combine. Maybe even a bigger combine. Oh, that's right. We already scouted this. It didn't have a gate over here. That makes too much sense. Really? Again? For a fourth time today? Okay, this is getting a little silly. I'm not that bad a driver, am I? See, the arm doohickeys disappear because it's in transport mode. You're supposed to be able to tow it with a combine. We have to go up this way and up that hill. Well, at least we got this prepared. We know where the entrance to the field is. It's right here. On our left. There's that. There's the other field he's got over here. I don't know what this space between is all about. Oh, I think that's a creek that's running through the property. Or was. Look at this. Not much water in there. We got reeds and other things like that going on. Okay. Kind of makes the map feel alive. Oh, what are we gonna do here? I can get hooked on a fence and lose our header again. Watch. Let's drop the header trailer there. I think the gate's wide enough to do this. As I said, glad crop for destruction's turned off. Nope. Yep. There we are. Alright, so I'm gonna pick this stream up a little bit later today. We're gonna park this thing here, kill the lights. Okay, set the head down. Header. Turn her off. That trailer can sit there for the time being. I got 2 fields up here yet to be harvested. And I've got to get back to the house to get my truck and find a tipper that's going to be a decent size enough to do what we need to do with that.
I know what the problem is.
What?
Didn't use big enough pants.
That's possible. There we are. Gotta love Uber. Got us back to the house. Let's see how good our worker did. They were supposed to pull into the driveway so as not to block the road. Well, they got half of that right. Well, that's kind of where we told them to park it, so that works. We'll pull this in here. I know the tippers I've got are not going to be sufficient for what we're up to on that. So we're gonna have to find something that this little pickup truck can tow. I shouldn't call her little, she's powerful. But a flatbed will not hold crop this time around. So we're gonna go back to the store and do a little shopping and probably end the stream at the store, honestly. And you may see a little bit of farm simulator magic as far as who's buying what. Because we're gonna take a look at our finance screens and see what we can do. See who's buying it. Well, we're gonna need the tipper anyway, because we got silage we're making up there. So this works out. Alright, we'll pull up the tablet, see what we can purchase as the tipper goes. Can't be a semi-truck trailer. That's for darn sure. The roads are just too tight up there. Saw that on the way up with the combine. Leaves me wondering what I can pick up in here. I considered getting this. Holds 15. That might be enough. This looked like it was a simple little trailer, about the size of that farm tech that I do have. What's the current capacity on that farm tech we have? That thing is 4,000. So we'd have to bring that one back up to the 8,000 mark. Because we dropped it down. Or we can get the Brant to match the one we've got, and we know the pickup truck can pull this. It might be an answer. It's got ramps on it. Can throw a cover at it. I like that.
Tell me, get there early or anything like that. I don't know.
Well, for 12,650, I think this might be the pull that we're going to use this time around and see how well it works. Let's throw that in our pocket. We could pull that with the pickup truck. That gives us a tipper. We might just have to park that out on the road and use an auger in the field. That thing held 8. This holds 10. That holds 15. That gives us a chance to run back and forth. If this was full, it's like 2 trips. Ooh. Maybe that Brant isn't the best idea.
Oh. Ben, I found your brother.
Alright. Well, just to kind of show the other screen on the tablet here. Come on. There we go. Our farms aren't doing too bad. Although Bill's got a bit more cash than I do. So maybe he's buying the auger. But that way you could see what's going on with that. Alright, folks. Don't forget, like and subscribe over on YouTube. Follow, chat, all that kind of good fun on Twitch. Our latest thing, and I'll say this again because I said it at the beginning of the stream, you can now subscribe to the channel. Any monetary donations are great. I actually do have a throne wish list going, and I gotta update that. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the Patreon page I'm working on. If anybody has ideas on that, say so.
Subscribe on Twitch.
I already mentioned the subscribe on Twitch.
Okay.
Twice now. Anyhow, I gotta get started on the day and get things going. And we'll see you in the next video or stream. Have a good day.